Hi, I'm John Snizovix. I'm running for president. I want, we're getting towards the end here, and I do want everyone to know that I am 99.9% serious about every single proposal that I put in front of you. I know some are difficult, but we can get through them all humanely, and hopefully we can grow as a result. There's no reason to think that we can't discuss nuclear proliferation like adults. It makes more sense to me. We are coming towards the end of the project, and a lot of you might be asking what the actual F. Well, I would like to remind you that none of these things were ever meant to be a 100% sell for you. I don't know if I like that voice. Anyway, of the 42 proposals that I have laid out to you, I don't expect any of you to think that more than a dozen are even reasonable, like plausible, good options, right? I mean, I suspect that probably you'll probably have at least a dozen. I think any rational person will look at my 42-point plan and realize that at least a dozen of those are absolute non-starters for you. You know as well as I do that mandatory sterilizations is probably going to be one of the things that's on the bottom of the list. And that's okay. If everyone around the country just generally sort of expresses the non-starters, it probably whittles down the whole thing to about 3, which I understand that that's how political campaigns tend to run. You pick the winning strategies. But I think that's just bad science. I think we need to give you all of the options, and then you can whittle it down instead of some political think tank somewhere. Okay. So 37, the bigger project. I'm not going to candy coat it for you today. Mandatory sterilizations. I know y'all gonna be like, nah, man, this guy's crazy. But hear me out, as usual. Crazy like calling Fox News. But yeah, I do feel a little nut from time to time. And I do find that everything becomes relative. Mandatory sterilizations, super easy. We could. I mean, yeah, we could talk. I could talk about the rollout. I could talk about how you start with just the worst of the worst, and then you ratchet it up. But I also want to talk about. I do mean mandatory sterilizations for everybody. I think that having a child should require a license. You should take a test. You should have a credit score over a certain amount. And I understand that there is people are gonna be like, oh, that's that's dog whistling, but we could figure out how to do it inclusively.